Welcome back to Cool Clubs Reviews. By popular demand again, we got the Titleist T150 at 90 miles an hour. This is an obvious test that we should do because this is a weird crossover. It's not definitely a better players and it's not definitely a high handicap, so we've got to do both tests.
Yeah, the T100 was actually the #1 club played on tours last year or so. I mean, there's a lot of players out there playing this stuff. It's not crazy long, but it's not short by any means either.
Yep.
And this year, the 150 is different than last year. Last year they had the S version, which is exactly the same club, just stronger lofts. This they did a few things to actually make it different, right? So they made it a little bit bigger, although it's not really noticeable.
Nope.
And it's definitely got a lot of weight in the bottom. I mean, if you look at how deep that cavity is and how thin the walls on the top.
For sure.
It's got a really low CG.
I went with this one because it had a little better turf interaction for me than the 100.
Right. It's a little wider sole, right? Just slightly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And it did come out a little lower in flight, and this is where it shows up. I mean, I swing it a little faster than this, but it is a little lower in stopping power and shy of the P790 so far in our 90 mile an hour test. This is one of the lowest spin launches.
Right.
So it's definitely coming out through that stronger window, and realistically, that's who it's aimed at.
And that's happened for people with slightly steeper angle of attack too, that spin it too much, right? So
Right,
it kind of thick mix with the fact that it's a little bit wider sole as well.
Yep.
I could see, and I don't know what a can of worms because it could be you all over it, but you could actually, curve that front leading edge a little bit to make it dig less. I could see that you can go down that hole. You just take a quick wipe with the sanding wheel and a buffer machine, and you're good.
I already added a little bit of loft to them, so I've preset the bounce in
there.
there.
Okay, you've already done that too.
Rip the leading edge off it.
All right.
The grouping's really tight. It's a good club, and it does. I mean, it's long. It's 180, but it's still not into that crazy 187 which we've seen that other club go to. Again, so this is really aimed at maybe someone a little less speed than this, that needs a little more forgiveness.
Right. Well, this could be either way, right? This could be a better player as an amateur. Certainly, probably somebody in the 85 mile an hour kind of range. This probably makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
But you got tour players playing it too.